Most men walk through life completely missing one of the most honest conversations they will ever have with a woman. Not because they are not smart enough, not because they do not care, but because nobody ever told them where to look. They are waiting for the big moment, the loud sign, the clear confession. And while they are waiting for all of that, she is already talking to them. She has been talking this whole time. The conversation just wasn't happening with words. It was happening in a hug. Now, before you close this out thinking this is going to be some kind of overcomplicated psychological breakdown, just stay with me for a minute. Because what I am about to share with you is something most men spend their entire lives never figuring out. And once you understand it, I promise you, you will never walk away from a moment like this the same way again. You will start seeing things you have always been looking at but never actually seeing. A hug, on the surface, looks like the most basic human gesture in the world. You lean in, you wrap your arms around someone, you let go, and you move on with your day. Most guys treat it exactly like that. They rush through it. They pull away fast. They think about what they are going to say next before the hug is even over. They go home and they replay the whole night in their head trying to figure out if she likes them, completely forgetting that she already answered that question. She answered it the moment she put her arms around them. Here is the thing about the human body that makes all of this so important. You can lie with your words. People do it all the time. They say what they think you want to hear. They say what makes the moment less awkward. They smile and nod and act like everything is fine even when it is not. Words are something we can control. We practice them, we choose them, we craft them to fit the situation. But the body is a completely different story. The body reacts honestly before the brain even has time to get involved. This is especially true when two people are physically close to each other. The moment you are in someone's personal space, all the little rules go out the window. The body starts responding to real feelings instead of practiced ones. It gets closer or it pulls back. It relaxes or it tightens up. It stays or it rushes away. None of that is an accident. All of it means something. And yet, most men have never once stopped to think about this. They finish the hug, they step back, and they go right back to guessing. Meanwhile, every single piece of information they needed was right there in their arms just a second ago. I want to change that for you today. I want to walk you through 4 different ways a woman might hug you, and I want to show you exactly what each one is trying to tell you. Not in a cold, textbook kind of way, in a real, honest, human kind of way. Because the goal is not to turn you into someone who is analyzing every move and overthinking every second. The goal is to make you someone who actually understands what is happening around him. Someone who can feel the moment instead of getting lost in his own head trying to decode it. But first, let's talk about where men usually get themselves into trouble. Because understanding the mistake is just as important as understanding the fix. The most common thing I see happen is this. A guy walks in to see a woman he really likes. He is already nervous before he even gets to her. He is thinking about what to say, how to stand, whether he should go in for the hug or wait for her to initiate. And by the time the hug actually happens, he is so caught up in his own thoughts that he is not present at all. His body is there, but his mind is somewhere else completely. So the hug feels stiff. It feels rushed. It feels awkward in a way that neither of them can fully explain, but both of them definitely feel. She came in warm, and she walked away feeling like something was a little bit off. Not because he did anything terrible, just because he was not actually there with her in that moment. Then you have the other kind of guy, the one who holds on way too long without reading any of the signals she is giving him. He is not being creepy on purpose. He just doesn't know when the moment has naturally completed itself, so he holds on past it, and suddenly something that felt nice starts feeling strange. She starts to shift, maybe pats his back a couple of times, maybe gives a little laugh to lighten the tension, and he finally lets go, but the damage is already done. The warmth of the moment got replaced with awkwardness. Both of these guys had good intentions. Both of them probably really liked this woman. The problem was not their heart. The problem was that they were not paying attention to what was actually happening. They were too busy being in their own heads to be in the actual moment. And that is exactly what we are going to fix. So let's start at the beginning, with the hug that happens the most. The one that gets misread the most. The one that causes men to give up on a connection that actually had a lot of potential. This is the hug that is quick and light. It lasts maybe 1 or 2 seconds. She leans in. There is not a lot of full body contact. And while you are holding each other, she gives you a couple of small, soft pats on your back. Almost like she is being gentle about the whole thing. Then she pulls back, she smiles at you, and the moment is over just as fast as it started. When this happens, a lot of men immediately feel a little deflated. They think she is not interested. They think the pat on the back was basically her way of friend-zoning them without saying the word. They start pulling back emotionally because they figure why bother if she just sees me as a friend. But here is where the thinking goes completely wrong. That hug is not rejection, not even close. That hug is actually something really good. What it is telling you is that she feels comfortable and safe around you. She is not tense. She is not putting up walls. She feels like she can be herself near you without any pressure. And before you say that doesn't matter, I want you to really think about this. Genuine attraction between two people almost never starts with fireworks. The kind of connection that actually lasts, the kind that means something real, it almost always starts with this. With ease, with comfort, with someone feeling like they can breathe normally when they are around you. This hug is the foundation. And the worst thing you can do with a foundation is ignore it or tear it down because you were expecting a skyscraper on day one. The men who lose this opportunity are the ones who get discouraged and start acting cold or distant. She felt comfortable coming in, and now she is sensing something has shifted. And she doesn't know why. She just knows something is different, and it doesn't feel as good as it did before. The men who keep this opportunity are the ones who just keep showing up as themselves. Easy, interested, fun to be around. They let the friendship and the comfort keep building. They don't try to force the next level. They just keep being a person she enjoys spending time with. And over time, something starts to shift. It shifts because it was always going to shift. You just had to give it space to happen naturally. After a hug like this, your whole approach is really about keeping things light and genuine. Be present in the conversation. Actually listen to what she says, not just waiting for your turn to talk, but really taking in her words and responding to them. Let your eyes stay on hers just a moment longer than you normally would. Not in a strange, staring way, but in a way that says, I am actually here with you right now. Let yourself be a little playful, a little warm. Not trying too hard, just being the version of you that is relaxed and enjoying the moment. These small things are what turn a friendly, comfortable vibe into something that has a little more electricity. You're not forcing it. You're just watering the ground so something can grow. Now, when you keep showing up this way, something interesting starts to happen. The next time she sees you, the hug starts to feel a little different. This is where it gets really good. The second kind of hug has a completely different feeling to it the moment it starts. Her arms come around you with more intention. It lasts a little longer. There is more actual body contact this time, not all the way, but clearly more than before. And there is no pat on the back. She is just holding on, steady and warm, for a real few seconds. Then she pulls away, but the moment felt full. It felt like something. This is the hug that tells you she is not just comfortable around you anymore. She is familiar with you now. She likes having you close. And that is a very different thing. Comfortable means she doesn't feel nervous. Familiar means she has started to think of being near you as something that feels good in a personal way. The warmth is real. The presence is real. She is choosing to stay in this moment with you instead of wrapping it up quickly. The mistake men make here is that they don't honor the moment. Old habits kick in, and they pull away at the same speed they always do. They don't even realize that the nature of the hug has changed, so they respond the same way they always have. And she notices. Maybe she doesn't say anything. Maybe she doesn't even fully process it consciously. But somewhere in her, the feeling registers. I leaned in, and he didn't quite lean back. The response to this kind of hug is beautifully simple. When you feel that she is staying, you stay too. Don't tense up. Don't overthink it. Don't start doing mental calculations about how many seconds have passed. Just breathe and stay in the moment for one beat longer than you normally would. That's it. One extra beat of stillness. That is you saying without any words that you are comfortable here too. That you are not scared of being close. That you are a man who can hold a moment instead of running from it. After the hug is over, you watch what she does. Does she keep the eye contact going a little longer? Does she stay standing close to you instead of naturally drifting back to a more neutral distance? Does her whole energy feel softer and more open than it did when she first arrived? These little things are not little at all. They are like the next sentence in a conversation that the two of you are having without speaking. And your job is to keep that conversation going by staying warm, grounded, and genuinely connected. This kind of steady, calm presence is actually incredibly attractive to a woman. Not dramatic, not trying too hard, just solid and real. It creates something between the two of you that starts to feel like it has a gravity of its own. And when that gravity gets stronger, the third kind of hug shows up. This one you will know the second it happens. Because this one doesn't end the normal way. You come in for the hug, she wraps her arms around you, and then she doesn't pull back. The hug just continues, and neither of you is moving to end it. There is a pause in the middle of it, a few seconds where the rest of the world kind of disappears, and it is just the two of you being completely still together. This pause is one of the most powerful things that can happen between two people, because in everyday life, we are almost never fully still with another person in their personal space. There is always somewhere to be, something to say, something to do. But in this pause, none of that exists. She is choosing to stay in your arms because right now, there is nowhere she would rather be. Her body is completely relaxed. Not the kind of relaxed where she is just being polite. The kind of relaxed where she has totally let go of any tension. You might feel her settle in a little. You might feel a small breath. You might feel her hands rest softer against your back instead of holding with any kind of structure. It is one of the most honest and vulnerable things a person can do with their body around another person. And this is where a lot of men panic. They feel the hug going longer than what feels normal to them, and suddenly their brain lights up with all these thoughts. Is this weird? Should I let go? What is she thinking? And the next thing you know, they pull away from the most beautiful moment they have been in all week because they got scared of it. The moment ends not because it was finished, but because they flinched. If you learn nothing else from everything I am sharing with you today, learn this one thing. When she lingers, you linger. Not forever. Not past the point where it feels natural. But you match her. You don't rush. You let the moment be what it is. You breathe. You stay. You let your own body settle in with the same kind of ease that hers is showing you. Because when you can do that, when you can be still and calm and warm in a moment of closeness without getting weird or nervous about it, you are showing her something that is genuinely rare in men. You are showing her that you are comfortable. You are showing her that this kind of closeness does not scare you. And that quiet confidence, that ability to just be there without needing to escape or fill the silence with something, is one of the most naturally magnetic qualities a person can have. After this kind of hug, everything between the two of you will feel a little bit softer, a little bit closer. The conversation will flow easier. She will be more open. You will notice she probably stays physically closer to you for the rest of the time you are together. That is not coincidence. That is connection doing what connection does when you let it grow instead of accidentally cutting it off. And when connection grows to its fullest, it shows up in the fourth kind of hug. This one is different from all the others in a way you will feel in your whole body the second it happens. There is nothing quick about it. There is nothing casual about it. It is full and close and completely present. Her whole body is near yours. There is no space being maintained. There is no part of her that is holding back or keeping a comfortable distance. She is just fully there with you. Her head might rest on your shoulder. She might tuck her face near the side of your neck. Her arms hold you with a warmth that feels personal, like she knows exactly how to be close to you. And she stays there for a long time. Long enough that it starts to feel less like a greeting and more like a conversation. Like something is being said between the two of you through the simple fact of being this close without needing to say a single thing. This kind of hug takes real trust, real comfort, real attraction. People do not let others into this kind of closeness unless they feel deeply safe and genuinely drawn to them. The walls are completely down. The performance is over. She is not thinking about how she looks or what she should say or how she should act. She is just there with you because she wants to be. And while all of this is happening, she is also paying attention to you. Even in that warmth and closeness, even in that vulnerability, she is noticing how you respond. Is your body relaxed or stiff? Do you stay with her or start shifting like you want the moment to end? Does your energy feel warm and calm, or does it feel like you are uncomfortable and looking for an exit? The answers to those questions are happening in your body, whether you are thinking about them or not, and they are telling her whether she made a good choice by letting herself be this close to you. The right response here is the same thing I have been saying throughout all of this, just turned up in its truest form. Be there. Be calm. Be warm. Let your own arms hold her with the same gentleness that she is giving you. Don't say anything weird or try to make it into a bigger deal than it already naturally is. Don't pull back early. Don't get so lost in the significance of the moment that you forget to just live in it. When you can meet her at this level without flinching, without making it awkward, without over-explaining or rushing, you create something between you that words genuinely cannot build. Now, let me tie all of this together because there is one thing I really want you to walk away with. This was never really just about hugs. It was about learning to pay attention to what is actually happening in front of you instead of being stuck in your own head. It was about understanding that the most honest communication between two people often happens without a single word. It was about seeing those quiet, real moments for what they actually are instead of dismissing them because they are not loud enough or obvious enough to cut through all the noise you are carrying in your mind. Every single kind of hug we talked about, the light and friendly one, the firm and familiar one, the lingering one, and the deeply close one, they are all chapters in the same story. They show you where you are with each other right now. They tell you what is growing and what direction it is growing in. And how you respond to each one either helps that growth or accidentally gets in the way of it. But here is the part I really don't want you to miss. Do not turn this into a science experiment. Do not walk around holding a mental checklist and analyzing every half second of physical contact like you are trying to solve a math problem. That is not what this is about. The whole point is to get out of your head, not to go deeper into it. One hug doesn't tell you everything. One moment doesn't make or break a connection. What you are looking for is a pattern, a consistent warmth, a steady closeness that builds over time. That is when you know something real is happening. And when you know something real is happening, the only thing you need to do is be real in return. Stay calm, stay warm, stay present. Show up as someone who is comfortable in his own skin and comfortable being close to another person without making a big dramatic production of it. That quiet, grounded, easy energy is honestly one of the most attractive things a man can carry with him. Not the flashiest thing, not the loudest thing, but one of the most real things. And real is what actually keeps someone around. So the next time you feel arms wrap around you, don't rush it. Don't overthink it. Don't treat it like something you just need to get through so you can move on to the next part of the night. Actually feel it. Be in it. Let your body be present instead of running ahead to what comes next. Because in that small, quiet, simple moment, there is more information about how someone feels about you than in almost anything else they could ever show you. And now that you know what to look for, you will never miss it again. I would love to hear from you. What is the thing you notice most in a hug that tells you something real is there? Is it how long it lasts, how close they get, or something else completely? Share it below because this kind of real, honest conversation is exactly what this community is built on.